This is Respectfully Outrageous. Welcome back to Respectfully Outrageous. Once again, today we're talking about Ben's favorite topic. Lamar Jackson. Ben, off to you.
Okay. I don't understand all this hype about Lamar, okay? I think he's a phenomenal athlete. I think he's maybe the best athlete the quarterback his position's ever seen. Is he a good quarterback? That's a different issue. I think he's a great athlete. I think he's a great human being. But saying that he's the great quarterback, I don't know about that. I mean, if you look at his numbers, his efficiency is fine. It's not elite. You look at his passing numbers, they're good. But when we talk about quarterbacks, they have to win in big moments, right? We can talk about how well Cam played in 2015. At the end of the day, you had to jump on the football. When we talk about Lamar Jackson, his first playoff start against the Chargers, which, by the way, I said the Chargers are going to win because the Ravens are running a gimmicky offense. That's what I said before going into that game. That was the worst I've ever seen a quarterback play football. Mind you, I look up football fails for fun. That was horrific. And it was absolutely hard to watch, and I wanted the Chargers to win. That's how bad it was. Then I see him play the next year. And the Tennessee Titans come out and play man-on-man coverage because they know he can't throw it. That's the same thing that Chris Harris Jr. said to Cam. Well, we're going to play man because we know he can't make the throws. You should never say that about a starting NFL quarterback, that he cannot make the throws. So, therefore, he's not a great quarterback. And I would take Baker Mayfield over Lamar Jackson because he's a better quarterback.
Interesting take. I would agree to a certain extent. He's a phenomenal athlete.
Yes.
And I will say he has gotten a lot better throwing the football this year. He's definitely improved. And he's also, just a second year. So he's got time to change that. And that's possible. But I kind of have to agree in some respects. I mean, he hasn't shown – I mean, he beat the Patriots, but –
How did he beat the Patriots?
I mean, running.
Thank you.
And
Kaepernick beat the Patriots running.
And the Patriots were a shell of themselves last year. I mean, they didn't have an offense, so there was no threat.
To be fair, that was one of the best offensive called games I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, absolutely. The coaching was phenomenal that game.
Out of this world. The Ravens offensive coordinator is brilliant. Let's just say that.
You get destroyed by the Titans. Like, I don't – the Titans got hot, but Ryan Tannehill's the quarterback of the Titans. And he beat you.
He throw for 200 yards. Okay, I love Ryan Tannehill. Shout out to Texas A&M.
I mean, I like Tannehill, but Ryan Tannehill?
Did he throw for 200 yards? Did he throw for 200 yards? Did he?
What, Tannehill?
I don't know if he did.
Titans v. Ravens.
I don't think he got to 200 yards. I mean, I know he had a couple nice touchdowns.
The score was 28-12. Tannehill had 88 yards. 88.
How many yards?
88.
How many yards did Mark Ingram have? Question. I just want to know.
Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry?
Yeah, Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram had 22.
Okay.
And then go
Derrick Henry had like
300.
I was just trying to compare. Like it's just bad. Like, I mean, to be fair, he's running the offense like we talked about in the Saints. He's running the offense that the coach wants him to do. And it's a playoff win's a playoff win. Doesn't matter how you do it. You got to win the playoffs.
So I gotta point something else in this game real quick. So the Titans won 28-12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lamar threw 59 times, and they scored 12 points.
Oh my Lord! Oh,
coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, okay. 31 for 59. So about 50%. 365 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. He ran the ball 20 times for 143 yards. 20 times!
That's nice. That's nice, running back. It's nice. While you're at it, can you look up Baker Mayfield versus the 49ers, please?
Yes, I can.
I want to see his stats because they're just about as bad.
Kind of reminds me of Cam Newton. How he somewhat had a good year, but then the playoffs, it was just.
You mean when the Browns lost 31-3?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, I was just making sure. Baker Mayfield, 8 for 22, 100 yards, and 2 picks.
Thank you. Yeah. At least Baker got to 100 yards. No.
At least he had 60.
But I like Lamar as a person. I don't want this to be a shot at his character.
Oh yeah, no.
He's phenomenal as a human being, and I love Lamar for that. But I want Lamar to be great. But when I watched the two of them play in college, Lamar and Deshaun Watson, I first thought, why is there a wide receiver playing quarterback? That's what Lamar looked like. He looked like a wide receiver.
Well, do you remember coming into the draft? Teams wanted him to go in as a receiver.
And then everyone got mad and said it was racism, and it went back to that. But I didn't take it that way, right? I didn't think, it's the whole. Well, how many other sports can you come in and say that you exclusively do one thing, and switch to a position you never played before in your life at the highest level, and they think you're going to be good at that? That's a compliment to how athletic you are. Now, is it a shot to your arm? Sure. Historically, it might have been a shot to your intelligence, probably. But now, really, look at Cam, Deshaun, right? They're not corporate quarterbacks. Russell probably is, but that's not a bad thing, right?
Right.
So, and the league seems to love Lamar. So, but
yeah. So I want to go back to this playoff game versus Titans. Just looking at something here.
Yep.
The Titans punted 6 times.
Okay.
That's impressive. But they won the game 20-12. So just listen to this. The Ravens punted once.
How is it possible?
So was it turnover?
How? Just listen to this. How do you throw for 365 yards, run for 143, punt once, and only score 12 points?
How many times did you turn over on downs?
Probably.
I don't know, because it's – man,
What were the 12 points? Was it 4 field goals or was it touchdowns?
They scored 2 field goals. 2 field goals from Tucker, and then they scored a touchdown. I think they went for 2 and didn't get it.
Yep,
makes sense.
No, I remember I was watching this game because it was because the Ravens all year went for 2, kept going for it on 4th down, and at the highest point was when they ran that 4th down play against Seattle, and Lamar kept it up the middle, and they kept going for it on 4th down, and I'm like, if they keep getting it, well, then they're just different. They're just gonna change the game basically. Well, they didn't get it. And I think we're not giving enough credit to how good Mike Vrabel is as a coach here.
Oh, yeah, I love Vrabel.
He's a flat-out coach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Flat-out coach. So, yeah. So, I'm just telling you, stats aren't everything. I talk about stats all the time. He's not – who leads in stats? Well, at some point, you just got to win the game. Right.
Yeah. That's the thing. You look at Lamar has 365 passing yards and 140 rushing yards, but they only score 12 points and lose the game.
That's ridiculous. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
I think Lamar's best game was against the 49ers, and he didn't play well. Statistically, he didn't look good, but he won the game. So
yeah,
you got to just win the game. And I'm not saying they should keep Flacco because I don't, but I'm just saying there's going to come a time. Well, they don't have
Flacco. He's on the Jets.
I know, but there's going to come a time when Lamar's not the fastest guy on the field anymore. Right?
Yeah.
There's going to come a time when there's a defender that he can't juke out. Where it's a 3rd down, they just can't run quarterback counter. Right? And they play man on man. Our team's just going to basically on every 3rd and 18 just play man on man, 3-man rush, 2 people spy, and just say beat it.
Yeah.
Because, he made that throw against the Cardinals, but, he can't make it consistently. So
right. So I'm looking at some stats here, right? This is Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, okay?
Uh-huh.
So this is over his career. He's 2 games. He started 2 games. He is 45 for 88, which is a 51.1 completion percentage.
Oh.
He has 559 yards. 3 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's it. So
you look at it.
I will look. Rushing and receiving. In that one, playoffs. Rushing, here we go. In the playoffs, he has had 4 fumbles.
Okay.
He had 3 in 2018 against the Chargers and 1 against the Titans.
Okay.
So
I rest my case.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, that's unexcusable.
So is he like the opposite of Nick Foles then?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, including the hair.
Okay, then.
Yeah. So I'd rather have Baker Mayfield than Lamar Jackson. If you said you'd rather have Deshaun, this question really came out because Nathan asked a question when we were like just talking about when we were social distancing. Don't come after all this. We're following all the guidelines. When he said which quarterback was from that class would you rather have, I forgot about Josh Allen because he's up in Buffalo. Most people forget about the Bills. Sorry, Bills. But
yeah, but I would take Josh Allen. I'd take Josh Allen.
What I said about Michael Thomas depends on the offense. If I'm running a time and position offense, maybe Baker. But if I want to go down the field like Kansas City, probably Josh.
What about you, Daniel? What are you thinking?
So,
Out of that class, so you got what? Baker, Darnold, Allen, Lamar. Who else is in that one? Was Rosen in that one?
Yeah, Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold.
Yep.
That's a tough one because, again, it all depends on what team they go on because of what all materials.
Well, that's not the question here. What quarterback would you take over Lamar Jackson?
I would probably take Baker, like Ben said. I think he was better in college, and it looked like he had a better future at that point. And going with Lamar was kind of risky because you had no idea if
he was the 32nd pick of the draft, though.
I mean,
Baker was 1.
But Baker was
take them both.
Heisman winner, was excellent in college. I mean, you can't pass him up.
The other thing about Baker was his height and his personality. That was it. And then somebody, I'm not going to say who in the media, has a Sam Darnold man crush.
Concord.
You said that, not me. I mean, this man tries to put him in every show.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't know. I think we've rested our case on Lamar Jackson. Great person. But I don't know, man. You just look at the rest. You look at the rest of the team. Their defense, stellar. Their core, stellar.
Well, I mean, I think some members of the defense are a little too close with each other, but whatever. But like they're running an offense designed for him exclusively, right?
Yes.
It's not like when we talk about Baker Mayfield, right? He ran Lincoln Riley's offense, which is not the Cowboys coach, which I told you, not the Cowboys coach.
Yeah. So.
And he ran that offense, and they said, "Well, can you switch to being under shotgun or whatever?" Like there's questions about switching the offense for Baker, but Baker Mayfield adapt to that offense. Josh Allen, can he adapt to the Bills' offense? Sam Darnold, can he adapt to that offense? Well, with Lamar, you adapted the whole team to Lamar. Like you went and got Mark Ingram, which kind of breaks my heart a little bit, and put him in the Ravens colors and adapted the whole team, the whole strategy. We're going to go for it on 4th down more. We're going to run the ball. We're going to use Lamar Jackson like a battering ram instead of they like changed everything for him.
Well, and that's the thing. Like it's you look at the game, like the playoff games. If teams see that he can be beat, so all they got to do is follow that recipe. You're like, you can beat if you shut that down. It's game over.
I mean, I feel like teams like the Ravens, the Niners, and for a while the Carolina Panthers that ran a certain style of offense. Like if they executed it perfectly, they're really hard to stop because they're different than everybody else. But because they're different than everybody else, but if you really know what you're doing and you match up well, you could absolutely teams like that don't lose close. They either win big or get blown out.
Exactly.
And like, if you really stop what Baltimore is doing, you really stop what Carolina was doing, you get games like when Minnesota came up to Carolina, and I thought they killed Cam. I really thought I was going to see Cam leave the field on a gurney because I saw him get hit 8 times. But that's kind of the stuff I'm like. You see, like Mike Zimmer. If Mike Zimmer catches the Ravens off and he's off a bye, good luck, Lamar. Good luck.
Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Daniel can tell you, I got my questions about Mike Zimmer as an overall coach, but he can coach some defense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just ask Drew Brees how the turf tastes in New Orleans because he came after that man. I didn't like seeing that, but he came after.
The best quarterback in that Vikings Saints game was Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
They should have kept Taysom Hill in the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love Sean, but like Sean's too emotional. But that's a different question.
All right. Well, that was a good segment on Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Thanks for watching and listening. It's been a kind of different feel to this, but sweet. I will see you later.